Alright, Mambo Vipi guys, how you guys doing? Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If you're just joining me, I'm excited that you're here. So excited. I've always wanted to do this for such a long time and I'm excited that you're here. I just want you to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and then turn on the notification so that we can gang notification squad every time a new video drops. Alright, are you ready? Let's go. So today I want to talk about the idea of being a digital artist in Africa, or just even in the world right now. It's such a crazy thing to want to do, to be, and to call yourself. So let's talk about it. What is a digital artist according to me? I think a digital artist is anyone who creates content that gets published in a digital way. So for example, a photographer or a designer who creates for the internet, for the Instagram, for the Twitter, for the Facebook, for the Tumblr, that kind of digital content creation, who creates videos that can only be viewed on a digital platform, who can only be viewed online, or maybe on YouTube, on Facebook, or on devices. These are not physical things. It's not a painting that you can hold. It's something that has to be transmitted via a medium, so a website or a device. Okay, so I had a conversation with my mother. My mom isn't super tech savvy. She's on Facebook and she replies email, and that's it. So we were talking and she asked me, what do you do all day? What do you spend time on the computer all day? What do you create? Is it lucrative? And so I realized that there's this huge gap between, especially here in Africa, especially here in Kenya, that people don't understand what it means to be a digital content creator. It seems like such a far-fetched thing, because to be a digital content creator, you sit on your computer and create content that gets published on the internet, which is like a virtual, non-existent place. It's not physical. You can't touch it and say, I have 10,000 videos on YouTube. You can't touch it, you can't quantify it physically. They can't see. It's not like a house, it's not a building. These are not 10,000 different buildings, just 10,000 different pieces of digital content. The internet is not bound to geographical location. You do not have to leave X place for you to make it on the internet. The internet doesn't care where you live in the world. You could be in the most underdeveloped country in the whole universe. You could be in the most remote place in the world and still create content and put it out to the universe. You don't have to live in New York, in Shanghai, or in big cities. You do not have to even be close to that to create content on the internet. And for me, that is the most beautiful thing, because I was conflicted. I wanted to start this whole internet thing, and I had all these questions like, I don't even come from the city. I don't work in the city. I work away from the city in a relatively smaller town. Do I want to create content regardless? And it was a shift in my thinking when I realized I can create as much content as I want, however I want, whichever place I am from in the world. I think that is so huge. We should take advantage of this, because we can just share with the whole world in an instant. You understand how beautiful this is? Do you really? Another advantage, according to me, is that social media, as we know it, is relatively young. The internet could be older, but social media, I don't even think is 21 years old. It's relatively young, and that, I would even go ahead and say it's not even a teenager. I haven't done the research, but what I'm saying is it is relatively young. What we've been able to do so far with the internet, with the huge connections and billions of views of content, in connecting a huge amount of people, is not even that old. Has been done for such a short period of time. And this means that the internet is going to be a place that we're going to be putting out content for ourselves for the rest of our lives. And so we should create this content regardless. We should go hard at this and just put out content and put out content. I think the internet is going to really grow. People are going to grow channels, are going to grow whatever they are in really huge vast ways of growing it. And so I don't even think that we should be scared about this. We should be really excited about the internet and digital content creation, and just put ourselves in a path of creating content and creating content and creating content for ourselves, for our brands, for our children, for our families, for our churches, for our communities, and immortalize all this amazingness on the internet. Because you know what, this is going to be a legacy that will remain here. Our kids are going to watch these films, our great grandchildren are going to see how we lived our lives. We are here. This is so beautiful. And maybe the last thing is that data rates are gonna get cheaper, crazily cheaper, man. Wi-Fi is going to get faster and cheaper. That means more people are going to own smartphones, devices that are able to connect to you with the content that you create and how you put yourself out there. And because this is going to happen, we need to go harder, man. This is actually real and can happen, and people can connect with us, can find us, people can connect with us, they can find us, they can integrate with whatever we're trying to put out into the universe. And so we should go harder and keep creating this amazing content. Well, you guys, thank you so much for tuning into my channel today, me talking about being a digital content creator and how I think it's important that we should all do this, or I should even do this and go harder. You know, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I'm excited that you're here. Thank you always for rocking with me. Everyone who does, all my 20 subscribers, you guys are the best. See you next time.